How you guys doing?
Good. What's up?
I think it was. I don't think it's suspendable. I think it was a horrible flash, but I also think his head was turning as he was doing it. He definitely didn't swing it as hard as he could have.
Right.
Horrible thing to do. But the reality is, Habs fan here. The reality is for me is that the intent was not to hurt, but the intent was definitely to flash. And I think it's all about intent. I don't think it's about what happens, whether you're injured necessarily. I think it has to be about intent. It always has to be about intent, and that's how they have to judge it. For me, he was suspended for that game.
Yeah,
right. He got one game.
No, you're right. And you know what? There's an argument to be made for both sides, but that was just, like I said before, that was his second stick infraction. Oh, here we go. It was the intent to injure. He was injured. You don't two-hand a guy with both hands at the butt of the stick. It was because you're trying to let him know you're there.
Well,
I'm just letting you know I'm here by choking down on my stick and just smashing you in the wrist.
It wasn't a smash. That's why you could see his genuine reaction.
Smash.
Yeah, that's why Stone was like coming in and out of the bench all game. Because if Stone doesn't come back, fine. You have to. Can we find out he played?
Interesting. I want to find out how many minutes Mark Stone played after the injury. Can we find that out? Dave. Toronto, you're on Sportsnet 590 The Fan.
Yeah, they have to change the name to the Montreal Whiners or the Montreal Stories. I mean, anytime Montreal does something wrong, the Habs fans always come out with a story. It's absolutely pathetic. He did two-hand him with the intent.
Yeah, intent to what?
He intend to injure him.
Yeah, what, break his arm? Really? Oh, no, you can't define what you're intending to do, right?
Why else would he do?
No, he went out there to break. No, you're saying he went out there to break his arm on that slash.
Let him finish.
Broke his arm, it would have been okay. Would it not? Would you have had a problem if he broke Mark Stone's arm?
And here's the other thing, Dave.
Would he have done it?
Here's the other thing, my brother. Here's the other thing, my man. Here's the other thing. We don't know if it's broken or not. What if it is?
Listen, people play hockey with broken bones. They're just tougher beasts out there. So that's why he came out. It's game one of a hopefully a 6-game series for Ottawa.
Yep. Oh, there's no hate right there. Oh, dude, we just had to listen to another whiny Habs fan, and you can let Dave. Can you find out? Hold on, hang on. Let Dave actually say something. And Dave is talking from a perspective of science. So what Dave is saying, if I'm to understand you correctly, Dave, is it was a vicious attack on an unsuspecting player with his back turned to the play. He choked down on the club. I'm gonna call it a club. He choked down on the club, and with that swing, there's clearly intent to injure, which happened because Stone wasn't the same after that swing.
I agree.
Dave, you can honestly say you were that outraged by something that didn't even look that bad during the play. No, but honestly.
It's typical what Habs do. I mean, you guys always have a story.
Typical what Habs do.
What Habs fans
It's playoff hockey, Dave.
It doesn't matter. You still don't write down on anybody's stick.
Yeah, okay. So we're not going to see that in the playoffs because when
Sorry, what would you say?
I said, what happened to someone that had to carry Price?
Yeah, it did happen last year in the Eastern Conference Final.
You whine like this.
Was that an accident, Dave?
Yeah, it was an accident.
Was that an accident?
No, it was intent. I'm sure.
Thank you. Don't get personal. I'm not getting personal. Toronto, Josh, you're on Sportsnet 590 The Fan.
How are you?
Good. What's up?
The way I look at it is if you flip this play, if Stone takes a swing at a two-man like that, Therrien wants the suspension.
Yep.
The only thing is, Subban has a history of embellishment. They're going to get a suspension. Mark Stone hasn't been fined for embellishment at all this season. The biggest thing...
What was that? Can you repeat what you just said? Mark what? Mark Stone what?
Sorry, Mark Stone doesn't have a history of embellishment within this season.
Yeah, but he returned.
He has been fined multiple times.
Not the center to play. Because you physically returned.
How do you know he wasn't the same?
Because I watched the game.
How do you know? And if he scores a goal in the third period, he's not the same?
How many minutes was he out there? I'm going to say he played half of the time he would have played after the injury.
He still played, though.
That means he's not the same.
Okay. Not the same how?
Not the same as he was before.
Not the same?
Not the same.
20%?
Not the same as he was before he got injured.